Welcome to Plants vs Zombies 2. We're in ancient Egypt and we're doing Pyramid of Doom level 200. It's unboosted, though we do have the extra bag slot and the imitation plant that are purchased. So it's not an entirely bog standard run, but it's still not too bad. Anyway, 199 was a horrible level, really boring. Now I didn't get any sun for this level here, which is obviously annoying because that equates to one plant food. And as we got gargantuas, that's a bit of a pain in the backside. Anyway, we'll take the double sunflower, we'll take the power lily and mimic that with the imitation. And we'll take the watermelon along with the tile turnip. And we'll take the spike rocks, the iceberg lettuce, and yeah, we'll take the hurricane as well. And that's a pretty good combination for this. Normally with if I've got the extra sun, it's useful because you can get out 2 sunflowers and put a tile turnip on them before having to use a plant food on it. But without the extra sun, you have to do it on a single, which wastes the plant food effectively. You don't generate as much sun as quickly, which can be a pain because the early stages of these levels, you've really got to get your sun generation up as quickly as possible if you're doing it without any boosted plants. So what I do is I get out 3 sunflowers and boost them. Put the tile turnip, and then I'll put out a winter melon and put a tile turnip on that, so that I've got them all linked. And at some point in this level, once the gargantuas start coming, I will swap out one of the sunflowers for the iceberg lettuce, and that way I'm checking out winter melons, sun generation, and obviously freezing the mobs as well, which is dead handy. And obviously you can see, linking that, and I get sun generation and I'm taking all the mobs out. And obviously having the hurricane means I can sweep an entire lane back to the start thing, so I don't have to be too panicked about these guys. It is a bit of a tough combination of having the gargantuas and these big mobs as well, because obviously they take a fair bit to kill. So it was a bit of an annoyance having the gargantuas these and no extra sun. You have to excuse me, I've got a bit of a cold, so you have to excuse me coughing and spluttering a bit. Obviously, in a minute I'll be putting the iceberg lettuce, I would think, down, as it's starting to get a little bit chocker. And I'll be wanting, yep, there we go, let's do it now. I actually recorded this audio afterwards because I was actually having a a debate with the wife at the time about dinner when I actually did this, and I didn't have my headset on, so I'm actually recording the audio for this after I actually played it, which is also why I was distinctly sloppy about using my iceberg lettuce during this level, certainly for about half of it while I was still talking to the wife. You know what it's like, once they start they've got to be answered. Anyway, you're just building up your defences here. Line of sunflowers, line of winter melons, and you want to get a line of spike rocks on your 3rd rank, because that will take care of the imps when they're thrown. I was a bit sloppy about stopping that one, but it got taken out by the winter melon. Thankfully, you've got to be careful because those imps can take out your winter melons quite quickly, which is why you want to get the spike rock strips down as quick as you can. But honestly, with this pattern of doing it, this actually is relatively easy. It's always the early stages of these levels when you're doing it without boosted plants is getting your defences up quickly enough before you're overwhelmed. Once you start getting a couple of rows down and the spike rocks, you're pretty much set. And then it's just a case of whether or not you can stop them getting your row of sunflowers. And then you're getting your second rank of melons out. And from the second rank you get a third rank of melons out, and then you can start replacing some of your sunflowers from winter melons as well. But most of it's about timing when you use your plant food to freeze them, blowing them back with the hurricane. Choosing which rank to do it on. But like I said, I was really sloppy about using my iceberg lettuce for the first half of this, so I actually let some of them get further up than I should have done, really. You'll see I start using it a lot better in the second half. When I wasn't quite as distracted. And there we go. With the, once you've got the second row of winter melons out, it's pretty much all over, as long as you keep control of your plant food. Then it's just a case of slowly building up your third rank and getting your spike rocks down in front. And what you do is, once you've got the third rank of winter melons out, you then, the last three tiles were to the right hand side of the screen, you just lay as many spike rocks down as you can to slow them down. And once you do that, it's literally gives you a chance to rebuild your plant food using the power lily, so that you've got a full stack of plant food for the next level. Obviously, if you're doing this and you're wondering how to make sure you fill up your plant food for the next level, always make sure you keep an eye on how far through the level you are, and if you're getting down to the last few mobs, delete, dig up your plants to stop yourself killing the last few mobs, and then just slow them, block them, blow them back, whatever plants you've got to do it, and then you can fill up your plant food using the power lily while you just keep one or two mobs alive. I didn't have to do it on this particular level because it was a long level. The long levels is very easy, to just control it and get your plant food back towards the end of the level when the mobs are starting to when there's less of the bad guys to kill, less of the zombies to kill. But once the third rank of melons is down now, what I'll do once I've got the third rank down is I will delete, dig up two of the plants on the row behind the third rank of melons, and just put a couple in the two off-center things so that they're hitting everything. If you put them in the second from the bottom and second from the top, they'll hit everything, left and right then, so that's the best two spots to put them in. And I'm sorry, the one thing that's really annoying about these levels is how loud the gargantuas are. Well, there's a whole load of them, it sounds like you've got an army of ogres stomping through your house. There we go, putting down the winter melons now on that. Behind it, so we've got a couple in a fourth row of melons, and the other one down at the back. Annoying, those dust clouds, you can never see what you're doing. The other thing as well is take a breath, don't always use everything straight away. I like to leave a little bit of sun and see what things are happening. I'm not always like chucking stuff down straight away. I like to leave some sun to make sure if I need to do anything. So I'm not always using all of my sun and leaving nothing left. But literally, once you get to this stage, it's all over really. I mean, it's just a case of sticking spike rocks down freezing once you get a full, you know, once you get a whole load of them come in and it's getting really congested and you're going to get a good shot with your winter melons, then freeze it and let the winter melons have a field day. That's about it. So you just wait till you get a whole bunch like that, freeze it up and just let them do their work. Rinse and repeat. And you can just, you know, blow some back, stick some more spike blocks down for any that have been worn out. But it is, you know, it's all over by this stage. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure you click a like, leave a comment, tell me if you like the tactic, or if you don't. If you do something different, let me know. I think this tactic is pretty effective. I mean, I've tried several different ways of doing it and different plans, but this is one of the best I've found. I haven't found too many better, because this way I don't need to use any boosted plants. I really, as you can see, I've got stacks of the snowballs and the knocking back one and the lightning one. I've got stacks of those that I can use for free because I've collected them. You know, when you get to choose what plant you're going to take. Obviously, when I've had no choice of sun or something useful, I've taken one of those. And I rarely have to use them. Occasionally, when I've messed up, I've used one, but normally I don't have to. So it's a very effective tactic. I mean, normally on any videos I see of people doing this kind of higher level, they're using boosted plants or they're having to use the special abilities, you know, burning through their gold to do it. I don't see the necessity. With this, it's not necessary. I don't know how high up I can go with this tactic. I'm going to see if I can go up to 300. If I get to 300, I'm pretty much going to call it quits there, though. Knowing me, I'll probably stay there and then end up going over 1,000, but I'll see how far the strategy goes. There are certainly a lot of them on this level. Sometimes you get the short levels, even this high up in the 100s, high 100s, you still get really short levels, and they can catch you out. You can end up nearly because the last thing you want to do at this higher level is end up going into the next level with no plant food, because that's pretty much instant death if it's another gargantua level. If it's any of the others, you can perhaps get away with it, but the gargantua levels with no plant food can be pretty much game over. But you really can't make too much of a mistake by the time you get to this point. You know, as long as you're timing when you need to use your plant foods, it's no big deal. And I think we're getting pretty close to the end now. There's too many more. Yeah, this is the last 2 or 3, isn't it? There we go. I'm thinking about doing a whole series of gaming on, iPad and console gaming as well. But leave a comment if you think it's worth me doing a series of games. You'd be interested, and maybe I'll do it. I keep meaning to, but then I change my mind and can't be bothered. But if people are interested, maybe I'll do a whole series of app gaming and Xbox, PlayStation 4, etc. Also, leave a comment. What's your favourite zombie movie? As you're playing a zombie versus plants game. I can't think of too many movies with plants in. Day of the Triffids, maybe. But what's your favourite zombie movie or favourite zombie TV show? Gotta say, I'm a big fan of The Walking Dead. Looking forward to the new Walking Dead series at the end of the summer. They're doing a reboot of the series in LA, so from the start of the outbreak. I'm really looking forward to that. Leave a comment about it, and like I said, click like if you enjoyed the video. Obviously, thumbs down if you didn't. I don't care. And that's it. That's the end of level 200. So I'll stop talking, let you watch the end of it, and maybe catch you in another video. Thanks for watching.